There's been a great deal of open deliberation among the Roadshow staff about where the 2018 Lexus LC 500 fits into the car world. General execution is darn great, with a splendid V8 stirring endlessly in the engine and astounding cornering capacities. However, a control weight of 4,300 pounds implies it's not an undeniable games auto. The 2+2 Roadster design includes some common sense, yet a tight rearward sitting arrangement. Little 5.4 cubic feet trunk and firm ride conduct implies that it's not a thoroughbred grand tourer either. In the wake of fighting crazy morning activity in Seville, Spain, I floor the 2018 Lexus LC 500h, releasing every one of the 354 pull from its new V6 half-and-half drivetrain, to proceed onto the freeway taking off of town. The extravagance 2+2 Roadster quickens in fast mold with a fumes. Take note of that, sounds shockingly useful for an energized V6. Lexus says the 500h hits 60 miles per hour in an energetic 4.7 seconds, and subsequent to driving it for some time. This doesn't appear to be unrealistic from the driver's seat. This mixture conveys a sound measure of execution to the gathering. The LC 500h's energy gives an energetic vibe on street, which is hard to say in regards to alternate gas electric vehicles in the Lexus lineup that are more efficiency or extravagance centered. To make things all the more captivating, the LC's crossover framework picks up another multi-organized move unit that consolidates with the persistently factored transmission to give 10 selectable riggings. When left in full auto, the transmission rapidly whips through apparatus changes amid hard driving. On the off chance that you crave utilizing the huge magnesium movers to pick proportions without anyone else, the gearbox is receptive to summons. When propelling from dead stops, nonetheless, there's as yet a trace of CVT dithering before things go ahead. Despite the fact that Lexus is utilizing half-and-half hardware in the LC to upgrade execution more than raise mileage, the ecologically cognizant among you may even now be considering how it does with regards to effectiveness. Officially, PA figures aren't accessible yet the 500h's drivetrain is an altered adaptation of the one found in the GS 450h, which returns 29 miles per gallon city and 34 miles per gallon expressway, giving a beginning stage to make early gauges. Additionally, supporting the LC's lively mission are its noteworthy dealing with attributes. This begins with another super hardened establishment known as the Global Architecture Luxury Stage, which will likewise support the cutting-edge LS car that presentations at the 2017 Detroit Auto Show, firm suspension and tight directing. Keep in mind the SC 430 collapsing hardtop convertible. Indeed, the LC handles in no way like that, and that is something worth being thankful for. Through twisting byways, the LC digs and finished its amazed 21-inch Bridgestone Potenza S001L tires, keeping it adhered to the asphalt. Body roll is non-existent, and great handover chomp enables the frame to change headings in a snappy and sure way. In the event that there is a drawback, it might be just for clients expecting a cushy ride. With its monstrous, low-profile tires and execution-arranged suspension tuning, ride quality is choppier over knocks. Everything considered, the LC rides well, and won't trouble aficionados who will surrender some solace for the sake of taking care of. While I appreciate the LC crossbreed, I'm anxious to get into the V8 controlled LC 500 when I touch base at the Circuito Monteblanco in Huelva, Spain. The non-hybridized 5.0 litre motor which I adore such a great amount in the GSF, makes 471 drive and 398 pound-feet of torque, useful for a 0-60 mph time of 4.4 seconds. Another 10-speed programmed transmission is the main gearbox accessible, clearly baffling the vocal gathering of individuals who need manuals. In the wake of relaxing on my first lap of the 2.76 mile circuit, I inclined toward the LC500 progressively the second time around. The brilliant wail of the V8 motor and its direct power band influenced me to grin extensively down the front straight before hopping on the brakes. 6-cylinder front and 4-cylinder raised calipers moderate things in a rush, getting set for the tight right-hander toward the end. The transmission reacts splendidly to the greater part of the move summons I toss at it amid hard laps. It's not exactly double grip responsive, but rather it's done close quick, and it doesn't impede assaulting the track ahead. Directing feels profound, and maybe shockingly, you get a considerable measure of criticism through the wheel. Monteblanco has 2 or 3 clip turns that influence the LC's front to end push, yet the Roadster barrels through medium and fast corners easily, and it highlights extraordinary steadiness at high speeds and under braking. To be honest, it's difficult to trust the aluminum-bodied LC weighs about 4,300 pounds as a result of how deft it feels on a racetrack. How is the LC500H and its gas-electric guts on track? Disappointing in the wake of hopping out of the V8, yet at the same time respectable. The fascinating part is that our half-breed track test display is outfitted with a discretionary dynamic back-guiding framework that demonstrates its value in fastener turns, pivoting the back end around easily and delete understeer. Other accessible execution treats wanting the LC incorporate a constrained slip differential, dynamic back wing, carbon fiber roof top, more steady game seats and a head-up show. Discussing seats, the LCs are incredible, among the most agreeable and strong illustrations accessible from any carmaker today. Lexus says it experienced 50 distinct plans previously getting to the ones that kept me secured at Monteblanco and comfortable through the span of 5 hours of cruising on Spanish roadways. It hit the nail on the head. The inside itself is a phenomenal place to invest energy, with its LFA roused dash shape, portable focus measure group ring and controls. Indeed, even in pre-production vehicles, construct quality is first-rate, making liberal utilization of delicate cowhides and Alcantara with appealing accent sewing. Raised situate space is additionally serviceable to convey 2 grown-ups for a night out on the town. For diversion, a Pioneer sound framework is standard, while a 13-speaker Mark Levinson unit is discretionary. Unfortunately, similar to all current Lexus vehicles, the LC's infotainment framework isn't Apple CarPlay or Android Auto proficient. However, the organization has already said that both are going to its autos later on. Unfortunately, it likewise still has the touchpad-based infotainment interface that I've hated in Lexus' different offerings. Standard Wellbing innovation incorporates radar journey control, pre-collision with programmed brake help to keep away from or diminish the seriousness of front-end impacts, path takeoff cautioning with controlling help and astute high bars. What's the best thing about the LC? It's a visual shocker with a low and wide position, threatening shaft grille, long hood line and profile that again behold back to the LFA. In the event that you would prefer not to believe me, at that point perhaps the gaggle of walkers around Seville whipping out their telephones to snap photographs of it both at a young hour toward the beginning of the day and the evening will persuade you regarding its fantastic looks. Lexus has attempted to deliver lovely autos with its current, exceptionally forceful styling dialect. However, it's at last nailed it with this LC. Indeed, in the wake of driving the LC, I'm finished questioning Lexus. With autos like the LFA, RCF and GSF, it's hard to dish the Japanese extravagance mark for being cruel any longer. It's valid that the Lexus of old was best known as the developer of insipidly styled, cushy and pine box calm cars that left a ton to be wanted from in the driver's seat, yet things have changed. The LC is additional evidence of the organization's sportier expectations, both from a styling and execution point of view. Offers of the LC are slated to start next May, with a beginning cost underneath $100,000, which means you have a lot of time to reflect on things over. Do you need the half-breed or the V8? Purchase a BMW 6 Series or Mercedes-Benz S-Class Coupe now, or sit tight for the LC? Or then again perhaps wait for the likelihood of a higher execution LCF, a model that main architect Koji Sato would neither affirm nor prevent the presence from claiming.
all while wearing a major smile all over? On the off chance that it were dependent upon me, I'd tie in to hold up until May to get a LC 500 over those German contenders. I revere the commotions the normally suction 5.0 litre V8 makes, and joined with its stunning aluminum wrapper, it makes this LC a powerful extreme bundle to beat in the enormous extravagance roadster wars.